So let's have a closer look at these lineups. Shani, are you surprised by that Australian starting seven?
I'm slightly surprised, but I am also not at the same time. It's not unlike Lisa Alexander to mix things up. She has benched Courtney Brewster, started Sarah Clow in at goalkeeper, Paige Hadley in there at centre, and she has started Caitlin Waite in with Gretel Tippett in that shooting circle, who I think is a great combination coming up against the South African defence. As we see here, Pretorius, who will be matching up against Gretel Tippett, and Mawini, who is a great match for both the shooters. I think they're going to be strong today with Bukata in a goal shooter. Masoni's back in her starting position of winning time, and such a solid part of that South African team. It's going to be a great game.
Let's introduce you to your
fabulous view here at the M&S Bank Arena. The first of today's semi-finals. Australia versus South Africa.
Your ball carrier for this one is Christine Tan from Sydney, Australia. Okay, let's count them down. Semi-final number one of the Title Netball World Cup 2019.
Ehrenberger gets the Proteas away in the semi-final. They haven't played in the semi-final in the World Cup since Birmingham in 1995, and that's a great start for the Proteas.
It's a great start from the Proteas. Polkard just making that great backspace, which is a real strength that she'll need to take advantage of against the Australians today. Semi-finals, the crowd is full in here. It's so loud already. Everyone's on the edge of our seats, including Jen and myself. Great take by Caitlin. The flag is out of court. Masoni with a throw in. Mawini, I'm too excited. I need to calm down.
Van der Merwe finds Pretorius. Pretorius and Mawini were quiet in that game the other day against England by their standards. They'll be looking for a big game.
They will be looking for a big game, and I also think, you know, everyone's kind of expecting the Australians to win today, but it's not going to be easy for them to be able to do so. South African Proteas, they're going to step up, and we match up, or they do, they match up very well against the Australians.
Oh, Tokita does well. Holtzhausen, former captain, bit of a rock for this South African side, as is that woman, Bongi Msomi. Inspirational woman.
Absolutely. International, not only in South Africa, but on the world stage. Having played here in the Super League and also in Australia. An inspiration to many. Such a risky move, leaving Courtney Bruce on the bench for this first game. Rogata. Pressing that over the top, and that is the pressure of the nerves in this semi-final and what that can do to players, even when they're shooting under the post.
Well, I'm sure this lineup for Australia that Lisa Alexander has decided to start, I'm sure will spark a bit of conversation in terms of whether or not she's showing enough respect to South Africa. I mean, Sarah Clow, well, what has she had? A handful of tests.
This is her debut coming in, and although people might not think that it's showing respect to South Africa, I think her aim is to probably be showing respect to the Australian team by trusting her side and putting the bench on. And you really do need that depth of 12, which Australia do have, but definitely still a risky move in saying that. And
what a marvellous coaching matchup. Lisa Alexander versus Norma Plummer.
The last versus the new Australian coach, both who I was under. They both got their own style in their own way. Norma very hard and looking very serious there.
Oh, I think she is one of the marvels of world netball. This is her 49th test in charge of South Africa. She says that this is the last one in charge of the Proteas. It's time for South African coaches to take over. And here's Lisa Alexander already. She's got a world title under her belt. Took over from Plummer after 2011. So she won it in Sydney 4 years ago. Thwaites free.
And a great bullet there from Liz Watson. Great vision to see Thwaites in under the post there.
Well, and Tippett had done well, hadn't she? Drawn the defenders wide.
And that is her job. She's such a threat in there. She's so much bigger than her opponents as a goal attack. Such an unusual player, unorthodox, but that is her strength in this Australian side. Joey Weston. You can see that. Oh, rattling around the back, but then getting that front ball into the corner.
That was smart from Holthosen.
And we're expecting that from Holthosen. She hasn't been as accurate in previous games, and so she will be looking for that pass off. Into the circle, over the top to Tippett. That's stepping out of court. It was a contact though against Pretorius.
One step up, goal defence. Yes.
Gretel just needing to calm, and the strength and the weakness of Gretel Tippett. She's such a force to be reckoned in with. Can be out there, can pull a ball in from anywhere, but then can also get caught off balance at times as well.
A lot of experience in the South African side. 3 Centurions. That's what they need from Pokita.
They're on fire to start off with.
And they've got plenty of support in the stands here at Liverpool.
I'm pretty sure anyone who's not Australian ends up going for anyone who is Australian. But that's what we love, the rivalry. Definitely the Kiwis
Well,
anyway.
Australia has to be kept on its toes. Tell you what, they've got a marvellous record though in World Netball. 11 titles. As I think I mentioned earlier, they have never not been in the final.
Great work there from Gretel Tippett, getting in front. Oh, but Marini! Such athleticism in the air, and that is her strength.
Just here. Yes.
Australia need to play the ball a little bit lower. They can't play it into her hands. Well
Yes,
done
this
there.
circle here. They'll know each other well. They all play in the Australian domestic competition. Mawini and Pretorius playing for the Sunshine Coast Lightning.
And it's really changed the face of world netball, than being able to play in the same teams week in, week out, and give each other insight on each other and how that works. And Joe Weston coming through, almost a head clash there.
Yeah, and that was good pace from the South Africans to get there first. Berger and Pokita also dabbling in that Australian league. Pokita has been an absolute star for the Magic, and then more latterly the Southern Steel in the New Zealand Championship.
And now the Firebirds in Super Netball. So strong. And that is her strength when you come up against Pokita. She doesn't look that tall, but her ability to hold, she gets caught on the body and she plays like Irene Van Dyke. She can hold that back space so well. So hard to get around the body.
Van Dyke in the crowd here in Liverpool. Played in the celebrity match last night.
Is here with the goalkeeper. Yes.
She is definitely a celebrity on the world stage.
Waits reliable. 5-all here. 8.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. No quarter given at the moment.
No one giving a break. Up the pot guard, and it's in!
I thought she might have overcooked that one.
Liz Watseng struggling up the through Vandermeer. And Berger putting on such great team defence. Not giving the Aussies an inch.
Down, yes, where you are. Yep. Wing attack.
Joe Weston waiting. Now she's away. Liz Watson looking long.
Can we get a towel, please, just for here?
Yeah, that's a good call. We don't want the umpires falling over. I mean, they do have reserve umpires.
Safety first. We have chatted that we need to start looking after our umpires a little bit better. And that is why.
Contact. With the wing defence.
Vandermeer out of play. To Hadley. Over the top to Tippett. A great contest from Moini. She's saying, what was that?
So out of
Vandermeer.
court. Oh, Mawini's going to laugh. Oh, no. The game's carrying on. That's brilliant.
That's great umpiring there to let that go, because nothing major happened in particular that needed the whistle. Waite's lucky enough to get it under the post.
And Mawini didn't want to knock her over, so embraced her as though it was a waltz.
Well, as a defender, you're going to go your hardest, but if you see someone in the way, the last thing you want to do, great intercept there from Gretel Tippett, and that is her strength as a goal attack. And her previous basketball play coming in out at the Netball World Cup. Oh, Sunny.
Well, I don't think Van der Merwe realised that was going to be coming back for her. So opportunity here for Australia to score off that turnover.
Good contest there from Berger, but out of play. Out to Thwaites, moving around the circle.
Good work here from the South African defence. Watson urging her players forward.
And Pretorius!
Good pressure. I can hear the cheering in South Africa from here. So Msomi will get this. Have a look at this work from Pretorius.
Such great work to put Caitlin Thwaites on the edge, to stretch her out, to get that intercept. It's not always about that pure intercept, but the error that creates. And a great work there from Clow.
So defenders at the moment ruling the roost. Aussie bench on their feet.
Neither team giving an inch to be able to break more than that 1 goal apart. Great take there from Jo Weston. Having a phenomenal tournament in this Netball World Cup. Really stepped up in her game. Matured as a defender. And it's so great. Oh, that wasn't a touch. Unfortunately, a bit too much on that there for Greta Tippett. She has got long arms, but she's not Inspector Gadget at the end of the day.
So a little bit of lull in scoring. Both teams here finding it hard to breach defences.
Oh, Jo Weston close again. Clow needed to get around the body, but swung around the wrong way. Puck eater sliding it in and showing the world why she is one of the best goal shooters out there at the moment. Liz Watson to Tippett. They just need to calm here, the Aussies. The South Africans are putting them under such pressure. With 5 minutes to go.
Contact with the bed. It's
South Africans 1 goal up. Great work there from Thwaites to double play. Great hands over from Pretorius, and she slots it in.
Just under 5 minutes remaining in this first quarter. 7-all. Semi-final 1.
Such a great problem for Australia to have Caitlin Thwaites and Caitlin Bassett in the same team. Great work there from Jamie Lee Price. Also, such a great debutant.
Vardy's closing way.
Although being on court before her first World Cup, and mature beyond her years as well.
Well, she learned all she knows in New Zealand, of course.
And of course she did, Jen. She didn't get stronger till she came to Australia though, right?
Grew up as a youngster in New Zealand. Father, Steve Price, rugby league legend.
And carried the flag at the 2007 World Cup. What a great inspiration that is. And that's all the thousands of girls that are here today watching these girls score. How great this sport is for empowering women, and how many of these girls watching will grow up also to be international netballers. Oh, great ball over the top there. Great trust in the team. Over the top to Holtzhausen. And she slots it.
And that was a good lead. Holtzhausen, she likes it. Australia by 1.
This is what we want to see, this great contest between two countries. The rise of South Africa. Everyone's saying the roses are rising, but for me, South Africa have risen. Under Norma Plummer, they've grown again since the World Cup in 2015, where they impressed so many, but impressed again over the last 4 years and matched themselves in their first semi-finals since 1995, and just a dream that so many of these players caught up with. Shadeen Vandermerve, and she was saying it's just a dream come true to be able to be on the main stage in a semi-final, and something that they couldn't have wished for.
Norma Plummer, Nicole Cusack at her shoulder. She is also a little bit of an unsung hero. There she is on the right, former Australian shooter. And she has been with Norma Plummer through her campaign with South Africa.
And before that, coaching in the Aussie 21s of the World Youth Cup in 2009. Gretel Tippett sinks another.
Here's the skipper on the bench, Caitlin Bassett.
The key of teamwork. It is so hard for a player to sit on the bench, especially as the captain, to get around your side. Amazing work from this team here.
Yeah, South Africa want to get it to this woman, Pokita. Nice swings to make sure they do. They trail by 1, just over 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Such great defensive pressure here from the Proteas. Over the top. Oh! Such an incredible part of this team. Vandermerve got an Aussie sandwich, but they managed to get the ball back. Over the top to Berger. Over the top to Holtzhausen. Top rider.
She didn't want to shoot. And that's a huge mistake from Lenise Pokita.
The pressure that it puts you under.
Normally such a quick, snappy shooter, but sometimes is undecided about whether or not she's going to shoot from where she is or wants to move closer.
And I think it's about how she lands. When she lands that little bit off balance, that's when she doesn't give herself the opportunity and the time to straighten up in 3 seconds.
Inside.
So that huge turnover by Mawini
Goalkeeper inside.
goes unrewarded.
Inside. Yes.
It is the difference between being able to lift the team when you can score off those huge turnovers, but I doubt it'll be the last one we see from Mawini today.
Yeah, indecision there. That was the replay.
Oh, Jamie Lee Price getting that bounce pass. Always a dangerous pass to give. It gives that defender a little bit more time to run out onto it. Read it so well. The Australians playing it down fast.
That's where bounce passes, well, they can be brilliant, but they can also be so threatening in terms of throwing up the chance for an intercept. 3-goal advantage to Australia and centre pass to come. They've finished strongly in this first quarter.
The biggest lead so far with 15 seconds to go. Can Waits put them for in front? She can.
Well, Thwaites has the best shooting accuracy of any shooter here in Liverpool, and that's brilliant. What a way to finish, an incredibly strong finish for the Australian Diamonds. It was goal for goal for most of that quarter, but then the world champions unleashed at the break. They lead South Africa 14-10. It looked for a minute there as though it was going to be super tight, goal for goal, and then Australia managed to just pull out and establish this 4-goal advantage. Paige Hadley it is to get Australia away. Second quarter, they lead 14-10 Australia.
No changes from either side here. We just need to see the confidence in this South African attacking circle. If Pokita gets the ball, she needs to just pop it in there, and that's what's going to really worry Australia. But at the moment, Thwaites passes it to Tippett, who sinks it in to put them 5 in front.
And Shani, I wonder if one of the big differences between these two teams is Australia has a massive bench and South Africa doesn't.
Absolutely, and that has always been one of Australia's strengths, that they always bring over a 12. I knew there were a few surprises today out there, but everyone out on that court deserves to be there. They are all international standard. Sarah Clow has been one of the best defenders in Super Netball this year. So although not seen on the world stage, causes a held ball, gets the ball back for her team, and forces it down the other end. But just that strength of playing week in, week out, and a lot more endurance. But in saying that, Carla Pretorius, the best goal defence in the world at the moment, standing up for her team.
I know a few goal defenders who might argue that toss with you, but she's certainly one of the best goal defenders.
At the moment, they can argue away.
So Lenise Pokita, she's got to settle down on that shot.
She really does.
Only 4 goals in it.
So you see Carla Pretorius here keeping Gretel Tippett on the outside. That's not where she wants to get stuck, because Gretel Tippett just has that height advantage over it. She really needs to keep Tippett out of the circle to be able to have a great influence. But a great shot there from Gretel Tippett.
And there's the South Africans trying the hoist, to no avail on that occasion.
Oh, Clow! She comes out for the crack, she misses it, but it's into Pokita, and she makes the advantage of having her goalkeeper out of the circle.
Few vuvuzelas around this stadium in Liverpool. And in fact, this stadium in Liverpool, the very scene where these two teams last met, that was back in the Quad Series in January. That day, Australia way too strong, 62-45 over the Proteas.
Goal defence you're leaning on. Contact.
And if you want stats about when these teams last played and what have you,
That is goal. Instruction keeper.
39 times they've played each other. South Africa have never got the win
Oh, a massive push there from Gretel Tippett.
Hold time.
The physicality of this game and the frustration when a player gets the ball in front of you.
Yeah.
Wiping the floor, making sure the sweat's getting off.
Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
He has to go back.
Great defence here from the Australian Diamonds, but the Proteas being patient. And it's okay to be patient. They don't need to rush it around. Netball is a game of possession at the end of the day. You want to add your flair, but you also want ball security. In under the post of Pontida. What a great opening, and that is what patience brings you. And the South Africans are not letting this go. They stay 5 down. And here's the big push here from Gretel Tippett. No, you don't. A bit of a hip in behind. And that is the body strength of these players and the gym work that they're doing behind the scenes.
Oh, Weston. That's about the first mistake I've seen her make in this campaign.
She's bound to make one. She's only human, but a great turnover from Masami there. Taking advantage, and that is the experience of this South African wing attack. Getting onto that circle edge, not allowing the girls to get hands over. That is important. Setting up that high ball.
And that's working beautifully for the Proteas. 2 in a row for South Africa. The crowd love it. And the margin is 3.
And it's that ball into the pocket and then over the top to Potkita that is working so well for the South African team at the moment. Let's see if the Aussies pick it up, or let's see whether they can do it again.
It's so important here for South Africa that they keep this momentum going.
If they can close the gap again. Oh, it's an unfortunate pass there from Berger.
Oh, Potkita, she doesn't look happy, but she's a fighter, hugely resilient.
Great team defence there from Potkita and Masami working together. The Australians being so patient. Working it down court.
Ah, beautiful through court from Hadley.
Getting a hand caught in there from Pretorius. Leaving a 2-on-1. Thwaites at the front and sinking another. That's 100% from Caitlin Thwaites. That's 10 from 10.
Nice work.
But a really great balance, sharing the load between Tippett and Thwaites here as she sinks her. Oh, no. Commentary curse, spoke too soon, but she gets the next one in.
Very happy Australian fans. 1914, I can tell you there are legions of them here in Liverpool.
So South Africa, where they struggled against this.
Was that off the post?
I don't know. It was a great shot though from Potkita. She took advantage of the situation either way.
It may have been an optical illusion.
Contact, wing defence. Take it back
I
out.
need my
sorry.
specs on, Jen.
It's outside.
Great defensive effort here. Carla Pretorius flying over the top. Just missing Gretel Tippett.
Yep.
Well, not really missing.
Goalkeeper
Sending her to the
obstruction.
floor. Telling her it's going to be a hard game today. And you're not going to get away easy.
So this is this ball at the other end. No, didn't off the post. It was just a beautiful pass, perfectly judged.
Minus contact.
Beautifully strong and pulled in, but unfortunate read there from Masami. And it looks like just a throw out of court, Jen, but what the defenders are doing a great job of is confusing that space so that the throwers or the attackers just don't know where to put that ball. The illusion of defence.
And that's a sign of where Australia are most lethal, when they get speed going down court. Berger out of your picture now. She's up. She fell.
Oh, a bit of an elbow to the head from Masami.
Well, Masami came into this game under a little bit of an injury cloud, had a twisted ankle. So,
amazing what you can or not feel when you're out on court. The amount of players that would have an injury that can suck it up to get out there in a semi-final, which is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Not letting the dream go. Potkita pulls it in under the post.
Now that was desperately needed by South Africa. Let's take a look at this. That's the elbow from Jamie Lee Price.
She's actually lucky not to get away with an offensive contact there, because a play like that is still illegal in netball, but must have just been missed by the umpire.
She left it there a little bit too long, perhaps. 23-16, halfway mark, second quarter.
Australian playing a zone here. It's not their usual style of defence, but mixing it up against the South African side.
Contact, yes.
By playing this zone, they're creating that space, so it gives them a chance to run onto the ball.
Held her arm.
Oh, a good effort from Cloud there, but Potgieter too strong. Over the top, swishes it through.
So important, Shani, that South Africa stay in touch in this quarter. Australia leading at 9-6 at the moment, but you know what happens? Well, you know too well what happens. Australia get a bit of a lead on, and they're away.
You do not want them to get their tails up. You do not want to give them a sniff. You need to fight back. You need to get under their skin. If you're really going to rattle the Aussies, you need to get on top of them early. Defensive pressure here from the South African side. Mawini and Pretorius working so well together. We saw a bit of doubt in them when they were playing in that English Test match, but oh no! And the disappointment on Pretorius' face. She couldn't chase it down. She's one of the quickest, but still flying out of court.
So that was the result of that held ball, but for the second time, when the defence have won the ball, they have thrown it away, South Africa.
There is pressure there, but they don't need to play it quickly.
And Australia make them pay. Those people all the way from Wagga Wagga.
Over the top. That's the ball they've got to keep giving.
And that's well done from Potgieter. Knew she was going to overbalance.
And that's it. It's either give it in and out quickly or shoot it quickly, but just don't hold on too long.
And good support. The Burger was right there to help.
Joe Weston, star of this tournament, over the top.
I thought Mawini was going to come out for that. Went back.
She thought about it, but didn't want to leave Gretel Tip for the line by herself under the circle and waits. Such a confident shooter. Happy to turn and shoot from anywhere.
Margin back out to 7. Look at those shooting numbers. Brilliant for Australia.
Crush it outside. Outside. Outside, yes, that's it.
And they're still shooting at 100% at the moment. The one miss with the penalty, so that one didn't count for the Australians. Potgieter sinking another one.
That is central attraction.
It's 11-9 this quarter, currently with Australia up by 2. The South Africans need this physical pressure. Vandermeer in wing defence is so great at that. We need to see her bringing that body onto Liz Watson, taking away her space. That will give Pretorius and Mawini the chance to run out at the ball and get an intercept. A goalkeeper's intercept is all about the teamwork that's done out in front. Oh,
and look, it's these errors from South Africa that are costing them so dearly. There's another one on the centre pass.
I just feel, oh, they get it back! Super lucky. They've got to make the most of this, Jen.
And this is the thing, because Australia are making a few themselves, but so far South Africa haven't been able to capitalise.
Back arm hold. Step up, goalkeeper.
So a back arm hold there from Clow.
Yes. That's obstruction.
And it was good that they made the most of that turnover. Something they hadn't done in the last couple.
Contact, leg attack.
It's worth the competition.
Getting under Jamie Lee Price.
Structured out. You're round her
Staying
body,
on the body a little bit too long there. Gary Burgess, great umpire for the English League. We'll be loving umpiring at this level of this competition.
Goalkeeper, find the distance.
Well, he whistled his 100th test the other day, so he's done a few of these.
Oh, Paige Hadley flies through, but too slow off that. Burgess coming onto the circle edge. Potgieter, a favourite one over the top. Australia need to realise that the majority of these goals that Potgieter is getting is over on that right-hand side of the court. Happy to play it around the Aussies. They know they've got 6 up and they're wanting to take this momentum away from South Africa. When you've got a team on the run,
Stop circle outside.
by playing the ball slowly and by keeping it out of their hands can actually slow their momentum.
Contact centre.
Berger, I feel, just tiring a little bit in this second quarter. We saw a drop off in the game against England. And Gretel tip it, what she does best. Rips in that ball, 360 in the air, ballerina.
Goalkeeper, deciding away.
Gary Burgess telling Mawina to stand out of the way. You cannot stand in the player's line. Popgator coming out to play. Just shows the pressure that the Australian team are putting on them. Over the top to Berger.
Beautiful setup from the Diamonds defence. Just strangling the life out of the South African attack.
They need to keep their energy levels up.
Offside, goal shooter.
You mentioned Berger, Shani, well over 100 tests for her, but she has had a couple of injury problems. She had an illness for a while that kept her out of the game for almost a year. And I was interested that she didn't get the start in that England game, and I just wonder if she's just being protected just a little.
Well, that England game, at the end of the day, it was a dead rubber, and you'd never want to give a game up. You always want to give out your best performance.
Centre. South Africa centre. That's intentional contact. With caution.
Caution there from Berger. And this is what you'll see to creep in as the players are getting more tired. You see them pushing the body of their players because they just can't quite keep up. Not all players, in fact. It was just on that one drive. Over the top to plates.
Well, Tippett looks as though she's having a ball out there.
The only thing that worries me, Jen, about this South African side is that, like we said, they haven't got the depth of the bench, whereas, you know, if these Aussie players are starting to get tired, you know, we've got Steph Wood to bring on at goal attack, we've got Courtney Bruce to bring in at goalkeeper, and we can have fresh legs all over the court in the Australian side, so it'll be interesting to see what does happen in the second half.
Well, there they are, and that's right. I mean, it's often described as a conveyor belt of talent in Australia.
Ooh. Huge pass there from Liz Watson. Over the top of the defence.
Kelsey Brown banging the ball there. She's had a wonderful few days here in Liverpool.
Centre contact.
A couple of MVP performances.
She really has. I think
the
opposing countries, their defences just struggle to keep up with their speed of play. We call her the Australian pinball. Bing, bong, bong, everywhere. Right on from Popgator.
Well, we know they can score quickly. They will want to hear Australia. Can they get it in? Oh! Not on that occasion, but I don't think they'll be too worried. Another good quarter for Australia.
A commanding lead here.
And they move through to a half-time lead of 31-23.
Is for these two teams are fighting.
We are halfway to finding the first of our finalists here at the Netball World Cup. And at the moment, it is this side. The Australian Diamonds looking good, 31-23. They lead the Proteas of South Africa. Two pretty strong quarters. 14-10, they took the first. 17-13, they took the second. Big job ahead for South Africa. Underway in the second half. First semi-final of the Netball World Cup.
Contact goal attack.
8 goals between these sides.
Taken.
Oh, nice little flick. And a good start for Holthoven.
Well, Jenny, a key for South Africa in this second half is definitely the efforts of Marika Holthuizen at goal attack. Only 6 goals on the board so far. Lenise Potgieter doing a lot of work with 18 of 19. And Norma Plummer pulling one change with Chouani coming on to the wing defence position to replace Van der Merwe. So we'll see if the fresh legs can make a bit of an impact for the Proteas, who are certainly under pressure against the Diamonds.
Is Chouini one of the least experienced in this South African side? Kelsey Brown on also for Australia. So the two new players matching up against each other.
Vantage contact, wing attack. Vantage contact, centre, vantage obstruction. Offside. Offside.
Such a big second quarter from the Diamonds, 17-13.
Causing contact centre.
A couple of wasted opportunities for South Africa to trim that
Goalkeeper,
deficit.
Contact with your foot, you stood on hers.
Lisa Alexander backing in Sarah Clow in that goalkeeper position for the second half.
Goal, contact on the shot.
You're absolutely right though, Dan. I think I counted, was it 2 or 3 times when the South African defenders pulled off terrific work to win possession for the Proteas, but they threw it away.
Circle edge. Yes.
That's good defence from the Proteas, separating the two shooters.
Vantage offside with defence.
And again, that's the beauty of Gretel Tippett, just the easy out over the top.
South Africa.
Very, very hard to stop.
The margin moves out to 8.
Centre obstruction, right arm. I can see there. Vantage contact, wing defence. Vantage contact, keeper. Contact, vantage offside, wing defence.
Great battle in the shooting circle between Pokita and Clow.
Contact, goal defence.
Holtzhausen probably be quite happy to have that shot again.
Goalkeeper obstruction.
So good result.
She does have to keep going to the post because obviously all the attention is on Lenise Potgieter, and if the Diamonds choose to sit 2-on-1 back on her, it really does put the pressure on Holtzhausen, but she's more than capable of bombing from range.
Oh, good work. I tell you what, that's a couple of Australian players really doing well to pull in passes that weren't particularly perfect.
You know your team's in control when they're the first onto the loose ball gets or things like that fall their way. Certainly all the Diamonds at the moment in that regard.
Great reach from Tippett.
And the hands in defence too. And Somi comes back with it.
Throw in, sideline.
Weston coming round with that big long arm.
Yep, sideline. Sideline.
The work from the Diamonds defenders from the transverse line to the top of the circle, absolutely smothering.
Second one,
just makes the access to the circle edge so difficult and laboured. That puts pressures on the shooters.
South Africa hanging in there in this third quarter. So Dan, coaching hat on, what would Norma Plummer have told her players at half-time?
Well, she definitely would have reinforced the need to stand up in those critical moments, and it's something that Norma has drilled into this group, particularly over the past 18 months. Fantastic defence, Pretorius. This is the moment South Africa need to stand up in because it's where they've let themselves down in the first half. This will give them a boost if they can capitalise.
That is contact, goal attack. That is contact, wing defence.
Here we go.
That had to go in, and it did.
You two need the ball back to her.
Because, Jen, it's not so much about, I guess, the structure and what they're playing, because a lot of it was working quite well because they were winning the ball. It was more around the behaviour under pressure. And this is what hurts, the 2-goal run, missed opportunity.
So
the ones they need.
what's the call? Oh, it's called it out of court. So,
Oh, Berger takes Adam Somi in the process, and she's down in back play.
well, play goes on. Boy, high drama here in the early part of the third quarter.
Centre obstruction. Yes.
Let's see if we can see what happened.
Pause.
Well, she took out her own
Next
captain.
hour attack.
It's a really big missed opportunity for South Africa. Every opportunity to steal an opposition centre pass with the following centre pass to come. That's how you win a game here.
That's beautiful play from the Diamonds. Working it round and then just grabbing that chance to get it in.
A good coverage from Hadley, but Msomi, great speed off that line. Better ball speed from the Proteas. And you can just see that how quickly and easily that opens up Potgieter at the post. No wrestling, just popping onto the ball.
And I wonder if they're just a little bit fired up here, the Proteas. They trail by 7. Almost 7 minutes gone in the third.
Wing defence, contact, outside. Outside. Yes, wing
Shawani
defence.
for contact.
Great use of her body, Caitlin Thwaites. Drew Pretorius all the way to the top of the circle, creating the space towards the baseline. Smartly done.
South Africa.
Vantage, contact! Contact,
I
Vantage
saw the Silver
offside.
Ferns come back from a big half-time
offside,
deficit against Australia the other day. Can the Proteas do the same?
My goodness, the range on Lenise Potgieter from the arm span to the foot planted closest to the post, it's so impressive. And the understanding Holtzhausen has as to where to place that ball is spot on. They need a turnover here, the Proteas.
Contact with defence. Back a step. With the wing defence. Yes. Vantage drop the...
Oh, hustle
Hold
and
on.
bustle from Shawani.
Wing defence is persistent. Contact. It's a caution.
A caution for the youngster.
Contact.
Well, I like
pause.
the persistence
Where you
of
are.
her, but she is a
Yes, where you
fraction
are.
late,
Second.
obviously.
Yep.
Just needs to tidy that up and play her role in building the pressure and not being the one that releases it.
Vantage
Vantage,
contact, goal
contact,
attack.
goal attack.
That's better from Holtzhausen. A bit more demanding.
Contact, both of you.
And the big slap hand. Oh, Marika Holtzhausen, there's so much to like about her game. When she's on, man, she's deadly. But she can have lapses in her shooting accuracy.
Destruction, goalkeeper.
Well, we saw that in the game against England. She just really backed away from attacking the post.
South Africa.
Missed a couple of shots early in the game. The confidence was a little bit rattled.
Vantage, contact, goal defense.
Absolutely nothing wrong with her accuracy today. 7 from 7.
She's a real general in that front line.
Contact, goalkeeper. Goalkeeper,
former
you need to
captain.
look at that now.
Great offload. Well, 8-6 they lead this quarter, Jen. A pretty impressive, 8 apiece. They're right in it.
Possession.
Here we go.
Shawani, last woman standing.
Contact, goal
tip it
centre
late.
third.
This is where the game
Contact,
awareness of the
defense.
players is so important. They need to acknowledge the importance of this moment. Great feed. Really well crafted by the Proteas. Just what they're looking for. Norma knows it.
He knows it.
Vantage, break, goal defense. Vantage, obstruction centre.
2 goal runs matter here. Can they learn their lesson from their last opportunity? Oh, Clow.
Doing well, Sarah Clow. I think it's just her 5th test today. And here she is in a World Cup semi-final.
Well, biggest game of her life, no question about that.
Vantage,
A
contact.
meteoric rise in recent years. And here she is in a World Cup semi-final. A great story. Oh, Holtzhausen.
Berger with the no look to Holtzhausen.
That's confident.
You can hear this crowd, no doubting who they're behind.
Vantage strikes the wing attack.
Well, they are hanging in here, South Africa. 10-8. They lead this quarter. And again, the tippet effect. So dangerous.
South Africa.
So there's the
Vantage,
sign
breaking,
that
defense.
tells the story of the quarters. 4 goals each time to Australia, but now look at this,
Goalkeeper
11-9.
obstruction.
South
Secure your
Africa,
distance.
they've got more ground though that they need to make up.
Way off from Holtzhausen, but
Obstruction, goalkeeper.
luckily Potgieter's there to mop up. The Turnover here will help the cause of the Proteas to just put a bit of pressure on the Diamonds, see if they can make them shake.
Contact wing defence.
Get another one against Chawani.
Goalkeeper.
So Chawani just needs to be a little bit careful. She is on a caution.
With her,
But
yes.
at the same time, you're a wing defender. You can't just stop. Oh, Pretorius! My goodness!
Talk about not stopping, bringing her feet through the ball. That is how you do it. Potgieter just a bit out of position.
Bunny's trying to contact.
South Africa on the
Bunny's
fly.
offside, wing defence.
Oh,
they go
Sony
back.
goes back.
Bunny's obstruction, wing defence.
Well, they're keeping their heads well, the Proteas. It's patient and it's reckless on the finish. Oh, Berger will rue that opportunity.
And that was a misunderstanding. She, I guess, expected Potgieter was going back into that space. There was no space.
Well, you can just see in those moments, Jen, all the attention from the Diamonds defence goes on Potgieter. That's where the Proteas need to use Holtzhausen in that front position. Let her do the offload to Potgieter from range. Well, you can see Norma, she slumped back on the chair when that error happened, because that hurts. And the Diamonds will make them pay.
Wing defence. Yes, wing attack. Contact hold, goalkeeper, you're around her. You're around here. Yep, with the goalkeeper. Yes.
Oh, great jump by Pretorius, but it's all for naught.
South Africa.
There's the work from Pretorius, running her feet through the ball, and there's the
Nice wing
misfeed.
obstruction.
Gee, these semi-finals come down to moments, and in a blink of an eye, a good one and a not one to remember. That's better. Holtzhausen is the one to get that connection to Potgieter.
They know it. Oh! Pretorius, speed off the line!
Talk about big game players. You cannot help but admire her.
And Joe Weston picks up a caution at the same
Bunny's
time.
not out. Goal defence.
Here we go.
Brilliant, Carla Pretorius.
And from the blind side of Kelsey Brown too, she had no idea that Pretorius was lurking.
Well, I heard Norma Plummer yesterday describe Carla Pretorius as a big game player. We are seeing why today.
Contact, goal attack.
And the reality for this South African team is they need 7 big game players in every moment to win this match. Right now is another moment for them.
Contact, Cavani's offside. Wing defence.
Oh, the baseline again from Holtzhausen. She's working it beautifully. Here they come.
3 goals in it, just over a minute remaining in the third quarter. Game on!
And construction goal attack.
Diamonds look just really composed, just happy to play the ball around. Wait for the space to open. And guess who? Gretel Tippett for 23 straight.
South Africa.
Earning her keep in that goal attack bid.
So important that South Africa score off the centre pass.
Contact, wing attack. Contact, wing defence.
30 seconds now. Wow.
Now this is big time. 14 seconds on the clock for this Australian centre pass to go. We know they can score quickly. South Africa need to slow them down.
Detour obstruction.
Well, they don't want to give away any cheap penalties here. They've got to apply the pressure, fly for the ball. Keep it disciplined. Oh, they've missed the opportunity.
They've given away the penalty. There's the hooter, but Thwaites will have a penalty shot.
Well done,
No
Caitlin
mistake.
Thwaites.
What a thrilling quarter. You'd think it was the end of the game by the response of the crowd, but it is only the end of the third quarter. 15 minutes still to come. It is 43-39. Erin Berger, a picture in concentration at the beginning of this fourth quarter. And Pretoria strong, she needed to be.
In the goal third.
Well, Izette Grizel has come on to the wing attack position for the Proteas, so Bongi Msomi, the captain, takes a seat on the bench. So Norma Plummer just looking to add something different into that front line. As we spoke about, fresh legs will count.
And there's Courtney Bruce on at goalkeeper. Straight away getting a tip.
Yeah.
The Diamonds have reshuffled the midcourt too, Jenny, with Paige Hadley into wing attack now. Liz Watson centre.
Bonus contact
And
centre.
Steph Wood has come into the goal attack role to replace Gretel Tippett.
Round here. Yes, with her goalkeeper. Yep, that's it.
So no time to settle in.
Both players.
We've got to get involved in this game immediately.
Australia.
3-goal ball game.
So there's the Australian lineup for you. Courtney Bruce in. Liz Watson, Hadley shuffle. And there's Steph Wood. There she is now, goal attack. So it's a very different front line, isn't it?
Well, it's very different, and different again to the one that played against the Silver Ferns. Shawani doing everything she can to be annoying, to be disruptive, to irritate.
Vantage contact set out. Vantage obstruction set out.
Nice patience from Australia.
Full credit to the Diamonds. Their shooting stats unbelievable today. Have not missed in 3 quarters.
Side obstruction goal attack.
And that's impressive, particularly when you think the defensive combination that they're up against, Pretorius and Mawini, a couple of the best in the world.
Potgieter 94% as well. Not too shabby from her at all.
Oh, that looked awkward for Watson.
Offside centre.
Good strength from her.
Vantage offside centre.
Wood just wants to play the ball around, getting closer position, playing against her Sunshine Coast teammates. She's missed it. And Mawani pulls it in.
Look at the South African bench players. They go wild. Now here's the test again.
Oh, blown it.
How many times have we seen that? You can look on the face of Renske Stoltz. Can't believe it.
You just cannot afford to do that. They are getting so many opportunities to put the pressure on the reigning world champions. That's just reckless.
Vantage contact wing attack.
And the Diamonds let off the hook
Vantage
again.
contact, offside centre. Wing defence. Contact.
Well done, Thwaites. Steady and composed.
So South Africa now, they have to do it all over again.
Well, Holtzhausen just sitting in behind the defence. She needs to be the one punching and rolling the front of that circle, pulling away from Potgieter.
And Potgieter again not wanting to shoot it from there.
Position.
Oh, it's a good offload. A really smart offload. They slap their hands together. They're connected. They're in touch.
Oh, I think a few people thought that might have been held ball.
Well, Jen, if we think back to the third quarter, obviously the Diamonds had some issues in the third quarter against the Silver Ferns. The defence is good.
That was held ball.
Because South Africa came storming back in that term. Have they learnt their lesson here? The South Africans. Stand up right now. Patient on the build-up. They're just sitting. They need to keep driving.
Oh, nice from Pretorius there to help.
Holtzhausen all alone again. The Diamonds sitting back on Potgieter. Holtzhausen delivering.
Look at Siggy Berger. She is loving this. A late call to the South African team.
Well, they've really struggled in this game with the 2-goal runs. Finally, they nail one. It's a
say that if it is tied up at full time, there will be extra time.
Well, just imagine what's going through the thoughts of Lisa Alexander right now. Her team lost that third quarter. They're down by 3 in this third. And Caitlin Thwaites.
Solid from Thwaites. Such a test for these players.
Hard construction with the bed.
Awkward for Grizzle.
Well, the Proteas have shown so much heart to get right back in this game, and they are now taking it to the world #1.
Goalkeeper, stand beside, not with
Well,
your
this would be the upset of all upsets. Australia, I should say, has never lost a World Cup semi-final.
Obstruction on the jump.
Well, that's a good sign for the Proteas. Holthausen confident to take the shot. Heels flapping on the edge.
South Africa, 5-3, they lead this quarter, but still they trail.
Oh, Wood doesn't want to shoot it.
2 goals in it. 8.5 minutes remaining.
See at the top of the screen, Bongi Msomi with an ice pack to her head. She got a knock from a teammate. Oh, Liz Watson! The Diamonds needed something. She found it.
Goal attack.
Diamonds players leaping in the background as she took that ball. She wants more.
Great trust from Liz Watson to put that ball into space under pressure. Hats off to Caitlin Thwaites. Here's the work of Watson, read it beautifully. Potgieter drawn out of the circle. It's not where they want her.
Contact goal defence.
Gee, the Diamonds withstand pressure well.
Contact goalkeeper.
They do, and they have done for years. It's one of their trademark skills. They absorb it and then they exert it. So suddenly that 1-goal margin is back out to 4. Oh, good stretch there from Liesel.
Obstruction. Yes.
Still plenty of time, only halfway through this final turn.
With the goal defence, yes, now shooter.
6 apiece this quarter, make that 7-6 in favour of South Africa.
You can see the South African fans there. They know that their team needs another break. And then another one after that.
You can see Norma Plummer, she shifted her position on the bench to be a little bit closer to her defence line. She knows this is the key for her side. Win as much ball as possible. Thwaites yet to miss. They've got to keep attacking South Africa. They're a little bit one-dimensional with one person on the drive at the moment. And that's what happens. The Diamonds will wear you down.
They're Griezel behind Price. Oh, that's Berger's ball. But no, contact.
Advantage obstruction centre.
Oh, good hand to Berger.
Yes, here's a chance.
Oh, the drive from Chouani, sensational. That's the pace they need through court. Put the Diamonds defence under pressure. Oh, good ball. Right at the top.
Oh, good hands from Potgieter.
Oh, she fed it to her shin. Oh, what a shot. That's probably out of her range too, Jen, but sensational conviction.
Australia.
Oh, Hadley's broken.
What a call! Big moment.
What a mistake.
Now look at the yellow wall of Australia.
You can see Norma is urging her attackers to get up and get involved. They're sitting, they're waiting. They need to play their part here. This is where they need to stand up. It's open at the post. That's how you do it, Carla Pretorius.
2 goals in it. look at the South African players. It's within their grasp. But still, work to be done.
Contact, goal attack.
Well, Sunny Coast teammates go shoulder to shoulder.
That is causing weight.
They need the option, South Africa, because the confidence is sensational right now.
We're down to one goal. 50-49, Australia. They still lead. It's their centre pass. All they have to do, Australia, is score off their own. South Africa, on the other hand, need a stop.
Another penalty against Shawani, just an elbow in the back. Wood, she's yet to score and she won't attack the post. All the pressure on Caitlin Thwaites. It's a big shot from Wood. And she sinks it. She needed that one desperately.
Well, so many people thought that this semi-final was almost going to be a bit of a cakewalk for Australia. It is anything but.
Oh no! The sloppy offload, Prakita.
Costly.
Well, at times in this first half, it was a bit of a cakewalk for the Diamonds, but the South Africans clawed their way back in the third, and they've thrown down a challenge in this fourth, but gee, they've had their moments. Just the execution at times.
Wood, dangerous there, almost three. Spun round twice.
How good has Caitlin Thwaites been?
Look, and I agree, so long in the shadow of Bassett, her namesake. There's the mistake, or also you could say the very good work by Joe Weston.
Big 3 minutes here. The Diamonds just trying to weather the storm of the Proteas.
We're goal attack instruction.
The Proteas need to keep building the pressure, challenge the ball when the time is right.
Oh, and this is what semi-final netball should be like.
Ring defense.
Thwaites open at the post. Hadley thought better of it.
Instruction
I
center.
think all the Australians in the crowd saw it.
Well, it takes a bit of guts to give that ball in a pressure moment. That's a beautiful feed from Watson. Gee, she is so reliable on circle edge.
Caitlin Thwaites is 29 from 29.
Advantage offside, wing attack.
That's better to Pakita. Just got to shoot that one. 38 from 40 for the spearhead of the Proteas.
Centre obstruction.
They need a turnover right now, South Africa, if they're to win this game. The Diamonds in no hurry at all.
Batting to offside center.
Oh, that's contact or obstruction, one of the two. Look at Berger. Oh, this has been a splendid game.
Unbreakable, the Diamonds.
Not over yet. Oh, it's gone nowhere.
Well, they've got to hurry, South Africa. They need a goal here quickly, and then it's all hands on deck defensively. They can't afford to mess around with it.
Berger, that distinctive Aussie-like pass.
Contact centre. Possession, goal attack.
Got to shoot at Marika Holtzhausen. Over Bruce. Slaps the hands together.
Stops yelling from the bench.
Desperate times right now for the Proteas. They need to go for ball. Under a minute. The Diamonds can just tick this clock down. Punting from Steph Wood. And cool under pressure.
Just her second goal of the quarter.
Advantage contact, wing defence.
She's got it when it mattered. So this is going to be all too late for South Africa, but what a comeback.
Well, they would have won many more fans today, the Proteas. Oh, Chilwani! And hasn't she emerged on the world stage of this World Cup? Trim the deficit.
Contact outside. Yes.
Gee, they've put up a fight and a half.
That's obstruction. Not taken. Partial shot. Yes.
Oh, the goal counts because it was a penalty. Australia march into the final of the Netball World Cup 2019 once again. They have never missed one, the Diamonds, and you can see the look on their faces because they were under the pump. 56-52, Australia over South Africa.
Congratulations to Australia!
Well, Jenny, you could see Norma Plummer clapping their hands together after that game. She will be so proud of her team. The last World Cup, this team were losing by 30 goals to an Australian Diamonds outfit. And now they made them shake, they chipped away, and they really made the Diamonds earn their right to get into that gold medal game.
Well, you can see a smile there on the face of Gretel Tippett, all the Australians, in fact, and the South Africans. Look at Carter Pretorius, outstanding in that game. They came back, they trailed by 8 at half-time. But this is what it means to Australia. I think they quite rightly think that their rightful home is in the final of the Netball World Cup. Norma Plummer, well, what will be going through her mind? She will be so proud of her players.
Oh, she will. She definitely will. But also the competitor inside of her will go, you know what, girls? We had some opportunities, some massive learnings to take away for the South Africans in this game, in the pressure of a big moment. But gee, they've held themselves brilliantly.
We've seen some great games at this World Cup, and that was one of them. 55-53. South Africa sharing a moment. What a World Cup they've had. First time in the semi-final since 1995. So let's go down now and hear from the coach of South Africa, Norma Plummer.
Well, Norma, there are semi-finals and then there are semi-finals. What a game out there on court. To be within one twice in that final quarter and not quite bring it home. What a performance.
Yeah, and then we made the mistake that we shouldn't have. But that's the game. But I'm absolutely delighted for where we've taken the #1 team in the world.
You should be very proud of that. It was the mistakes though that cost you today. Just not quite always able to capitalise on those balls getting won by your defensive end.
Yeah, we needed it, like in the first and second quarter. The first quarter we weren't going to the post quick enough, and so we adjusted that. And once Lenise Potgieter got going, I thought she was outstanding with her shooting today, and she really went for it. But I also feel that we just didn't place the ball right in some pressure situations, but it's a learning thing for them all the time. We wanted to make the fall. We're not out of the medal yet. We've still got whoever wins and got to come up against tomorrow, but yeah, I'm really pleased with that performance.
You absolutely should be. The fight out there as well. This is a great group of players. How hopeful are you for them going forwards and into the next cycle?
You mean for tomorrow's game?
I mean more long term, sort of into next career cycle.
I'm this will be tomorrow's my 50th match, test match with South Africa, and I'm handing over the reins then. I think I've done 4 years and I've shown them the way. It's up to them to do something now.
Hopefully you can walk away with a bronze medal as well. Thank you so much, Norma. Let's bring in our player of the match then for Australia. Liz Watson, what a game, what a performance, end-to-end, intercepts everywhere, but you're into another World Cup final.
Oh, that is amazing. Definitely wasn't pretty, but a win is a win, and we go again. We're so excited.
They tested you out there as well, didn't they, South Africa on court?
Another final then.
Errors from both sides. Where do you think you won that game? Where did you get the win?
Oh, I think in the end it was just the heart and passion. I think they kept coming back at us, and I guess we had a good hit out against New Zealand and we could withstand that pressure, so that was probably good practice for us. But just so pumped and so excited. The girls did an amazing job.
Who will you rather meet in the final? We've got another semi-final to come later this afternoon. Who will you be hoping comes out on top on that one?
Anyone really. We'll go back now and watch the game, but we're into that final, and whoever we play, it's going to be a great match, and can't wait.
Hopefully it'll be a bit more like that. Congratulations, a great game from you. Lisa Alexander, Australian head coach. I mean, they pushed you, they tested you, but you got the win, and that really showed the strength of your entire squad, really, didn't it?
Yeah, look, we are a team of 12, truly, and there was a couple that didn't get on today, but they were very brave and courageous at the end.
There were a couple of raised eyebrows pre-matches to your starting 7. We saw you bring on some of the more experienced players later on, but are you happy with how you performed throughout that game? Because they held you close and beat you in a couple of quarters.
I think it's important to tell everyone that those players that started were our starting 7, and we chose them specifically to play South Africa and do really well. So there's no starting 7. It's a matter of matching up on what our opponents bring us. So we certainly didn't take South Africa lightly. And, you know, to be able to bring such great quality players back onto the court when it was needed was fantastic.
Looking ahead then, final tomorrow, how will you regroup and prepare? And just how proud are you of that? How proud are you of that performance?
Oh, absolutely proud of them. They're a bunch of fighters. They really fought it out. I thought they played smart when we needed it, and that's exactly what we have to do in pressure games.
Well played today. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.